Hi everybody. So I'm going to be cutting up the mysterious fruit that the girls have already tried. I should have done a video of me cutting it. Don't mind my crazy hair. It now takes 2 days to color it, so I get to have super crazy blonde roots for a day until I can color it pink and gray. When I woke the girls up this morning, they pointed at me and they were like, "Mommy, yellow!" Yes, Mommy has yellow hair. Only for a little bit. It'll be pink tomorrow. So yeah, let's get to cutting the fruit. Okay, so this is the rambutan. I actually don't think I said what the fruit was in the earlier video. I am exhausted, I am so tired, but it's so funny looking. It's like, these are really soft, they're not spiky. But the rest of it is pretty hard. So I have a few different knives here. I keep trying to figure out the best way. So this is, it's like a peeling knife. It's got a hook. So I just cut down, no, I did it long ways last time. You can do it whichever way. So I did it long ways. I think I did use this first. So we did it long ways, yes. Cut down. It's a little tough on the outer shell type thing. And now if I see these again, I probably won't buy them until the kids are older. But you open it up. Let me just make sure the camera sees us. So we open it up and there's this beautiful soft flesh inside that's so white and it's very sweet, and that just pops right out. So you can rinse the little hairs off, but this is like a hard shell. So let me just rinse the hairs off. I'm using the black cutting board just so that you can see it a little bit better. So I did slice into it with that knife already. So I just kind of stick my finger in there and peel it back. The reason I say I probably won't give this to the girls until they're older again is because they'll be able to manage this a little better. So there's a huge seed in there. But the seed has like a husk kind of type thing that's hard and it sticks to the flesh. So it's kind of difficult to make safe for small children. So this is it's a huge seed and not very much flesh at all. I mean, it's much bigger than an almond seed. And the outer shell of it, they're not edible. I don't know if they'll make you sick, but I mean, children can't have seeds anyway. So I took this knife and I placed very carefully my finger down on top of the husk part, and I just cut it off. So hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So now you just have that white flesh, which they really did love in the video. So we're gonna finish eating the rest of this. But I feel like it's one of those things where like pitting a, like this is very difficult right here. I'm trying not to cut myself. Pitting a, what do you call it? A cherry is so much easier. I would much rather be cutting seeds out of cherries than trying to get this husk off. But in the same aspect, I feel like even with cherries, it's easier to give it to them when they're older and they can spit the cherry seed out. But the inside of this, it's like, it's firm. This white stuff, it's definitely firm, but it's juicy when you bite into it, and it almost has like the feel of a grape. So I don't know if there's any other, I didn't even look it up, any other videos on how to serve rambutan. I think I'm saying it correctly. On the inside, it does have like a how to peel it. like it says to cut the outer shell, you know, and it reveals the flesh, but it doesn't say anything about this, like, awful, this part. It's hard, and it doesn't, you can't pick it off. You have to cut it off. It doesn't peel off the flesh. It would be much easier if it did peel off the flesh. I can't even cut that part right now. It's not cutting. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy this again just because of the difficultiness in serving it to the girls right now. When they're older, if I see it again, this was the first time I've ever even seen this in the grocery store. But when they're older, if we see it again and they're like, ooh, I want to try that, I'll be like, hey, guess what? We can. But hopefully I'll be able to tell them, you know, they have to just stick it in their mouth and spit out the gross parts, which hopefully they don't spit everything out, you know. So, I mean, it reminds me a lot of like filleting a fish, actually. Which sounds really strange, but years and years and years of watching my dad fillet fish, and him just, you know, placing his hand on top of that flounder and just kind of sliding the knife underneath. It reminds me of exactly what I'm doing right now. Very carefully, to not cut my finger, I am basically peeling this fleshiness away from this super hard. See, it doesn't even want to peel off. I've tried to peel it so many times and it just will not peel. It's so sticky. But yeah, so I'll put the link to them eating this. Now they already, like I said, I've already given this to them. They've already eaten a lot of these. As you can see, the container is only half full. They kept wanting more and more and more. So they definitely, spoiler alert, they did enjoy it. And in that video, I was like, oh, should I pull one out and show it to the camera? But then I didn't want them playing with this. I mean, it's definitely a really weird looking fruit. I think I would want to play with it if I saw it, especially as a child. But then I didn't know if these like outer shell things are edible or even what they're made of. That part peels off so easily. I just really, 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 really wish that the seed on the inside came out just as easy. It does not. But my hand is probably in the way. I am on an adventure trying to research and look up new cameras. So hopefully I can get one that I can either wear on my head or can get a better angle at how I'm cutting the foods and everything. So there's a perfect example. So you would think you'd be able to peel that, and it just breaks right off. It does not peel the rest of it. So yeah, I'm on the hunt for a new camera so that I can do better cooking videos and hopefully better lives that I'll probably just end up eating this piece because that's too small for me to try to get everything at. See, I just tore a giant hole in it trying to rip that husky part out, and I didn't get the husk out. So yeah, hopefully I find a camera that doesn't overheat or cause problems. I'm researching it. I really don't want to spend much money because, you know, this is more of like a hobby than anything else. You know, I do this for fun, but I do need the right equipment, so I'm trying to only buy one more camera and not have to buy you know, too much more. So I'm in the process of looking for that. This piece is being very difficult. So I might only cut up this one and then that'll be it. Because it's just, it does not peel off. I end up taking away half the flesh when I try to peel it. It's just the most bizarre fruit. It really is. I feel like I'm also like cutting out a bunch of the juices too. So if anybody has had this before and has a better way of cutting this, please, 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 please leave me a comment. I do get around to reading the comments, even if I don't respond to them all right away. I read through them just to make sure that nobody's being mean. On this channel, for the most part, we don't have any mean people. It's really the other channel that there's a lot of negativity. Not a lot. There's a few people. But yeah, if anybody has a better way of cutting these, please let me know. Because I feel like this way is like really dangerous. You have to make sure you have a very sharp knife. And you also have to make sure you don't cut your finger. I've had stitches in my finger before. It is not fun. So we definitely want to be careful. I mean, very, very careful. I don't know if you can see exactly what I'm doing, but it's just, it's so difficult to cut this. And then you just get so frustrated and you're like, well, that's the fruit that they're having. They get this tiny little bit. We're gonna have chicken with it, so I'll give them some chicken and probably some broccoli. But yeah, if you see this in the grocery store, definitely pick it up. It's very sweet. It is tasty. I do enjoy eating it. It's a pain. It's a pain in the butt for the kids. I feel like I could make this and for myself and just, you know, pop it in my mouth with the seed still in it, chew it, and then spit the seed out, and it'd be fine. But making sure that it's edible for children is a little on the more difficult side. I keep flipping this around trying to find the best angle, and I keep ruining it more. Yeah, every time you try to peel a piece off, it peels off a hunk of the flesh. It's just really stuck on there. But yeah, so that is rambutan. So if you are up for the challenge, they're really pretty. They're a beautiful red. The inside is absolutely gorgeous white flesh. It's super juicy. Yeah, I'd say give it a shot, and don't forget to check out the girls eating it in the description below. And we'll see you later. Bye.